Hello, join me on an adventure into my everyday carry. It's winter time, so I'm still wearing my Best Made Company woolen beanie a whole lot. It's really comfy, and wool beanies I prefer a lot more to your nylon type because I just don't feel like I sweat as much into them as I do with the nylon. It's probably all in my head though. I'm a bit of a purist about materials. But I'm wearing this Woolrich flannel shirt jacket a fair bit as well. It's just two layers of cotton. One's like a flannel cotton, the other one's like a thinner cotton. It's just quite a cool little jacket coat thing. It's got a couple of good pockets here. This is a pocket for it's got some medicine in there at the moment. It's got a bit of a cold, and then it's got like a good little pen pocket here as well, and then just another pocket here which has the pendant on this side. So there you go. But yeah, really comfy and cozy. It's quite a loose, big fit. You can button it up and it looks kind of just like a shirt, but it is a bit on the bigger and bulkier side. So I've been getting about in this fairly often. As usual, watch on my wrist remains the Victorinox Infantry GMT. The native strap of this recent period is just this blue and red band, which I thought looked rather fetching. The best thing about this watch is the sapphire crystal just doesn't scratch, and it's a really nice neutral face, so it goes with any type of band. Very good watch. My phone is still the iPhone 6S. It's got a LifeProof case on it, which has really taken a pounding recently, and the phone is still completely fine. A few parts have fallen off now, and it's no longer waterproof, but certainly saved the phone a few times, which is good. And I'm just carrying this little I'm just doing a bit of an EDC project at the moment where I'm trying to catch myself actually using my EDC tools and sort of put together a video. So this is just like a little tripod thing, just to shoot impromptu bits of film on. It's not too bad. The brand is Joby, and it's just come off of its, I think I was a bit rough with it, and it's just coming off of its thing a little bit, but it's about the best quality one of these that I can really find. It's often something that's really dinky. It's about $30 Australian, but seems to be the best one so far. Lots of them just fall apart instantly, as opposed to falling apart after a couple of weeks. But there you go. My keys, I'm getting that swollen keychain again, back to having lots of things on there. 2 car keys, a Surefire Titan, which is excellent little pocket light. Really usually all the light I need, but I'll talk about lights in a second. A pair of tweezers, a lightning cable, and the Kershaw Cinder. Still having a crack with that. It's a good little bottle opener. I've used it for the bottle opener more than I've used it for the knife, but that's probably reflective of my lifestyle really. So there's that. Yeah, pretty standard. On an aircraft cable thing, I'm looking into getting something from like Lucky Line or something that's more coated, because every now and then one of these strands just comes off and just pokes you real bad. So, but it's a pretty good way of carrying a larger bundle of keys. As well as my little Surefire. I've often got one of these around the place, usually my shirt jacket pocket. The Olight S1 Baton, really super bright little torch, 500 lumens, and the Olight i3S is really high quality little thing. It's more sort of dressy and kind of goes with, say if I want to take this and one of my more dressy knives out, it kind of works together as a little kit, in my opinion. Quite a nice little thing. And I'm about a month and a bit into carriage of the Bellroy card sleeve wallet, which is, it's good. I really like it. It's working for me very well. The more you sit on it, the more its features kind of become apparent. So you can see now this tab for the card pull coming down the front of that there. So that's your cards come out. I'm not going to be pulling my cards out, but you can just pull that tab and your cards come out. Can you keep cash in either of these here, which works pretty well. And yeah, that's the anchor point for it, so that goes around there. That's how that all works. So very cool. I love the blue colour. Is it worth $75 Australian? I'm kind of starting to think it is, because it's just so thin, and I love to be able to sit on my wallet in my back pocket. I'm not a front pocket wallet guy. It's just, I think you're hardwired from when you're very young. You just do what your dad does, and it's really hard to switch to carrying a wallet in my front pocket. So I always have to get something slim for my back, because otherwise you end up sitting all lopsided, like the Princess and the Pea sitting on a rock, and if it's any bigger than this. Alright, so yeah, very good Bellroy little wallet there. Very happy with it. And of course, the knife rotation. This is the Boko Urban Trapper. This is sort of a more light duty carry. Goes really well in that shirt jacket pocket for pens. Nice and slim knife. VG10 blade, not too bad. Just fun to play with and fun to use. Just looks nice and has a pretty good action on it. Certainly not for hard use. For hard use, I've been grabbing this Real Steel. This is a bit of a cheapy knife, and you know, it's for when you might be doing something that's more of an irresponsible cutting task, like you know, perhaps cutting cardboard, like while you're holding it on the ground. You might get some knife to ground action sort of going on, so get something like this. Real good beater knife, soft as steel, pretty sturdy enough anyway, comfy in hand, about $40. Good old sort of beater pocket knife there. I'll usually just carry one of these, maybe two, so I might have this and this, or I might have this and one of these, but usually just one. So that's that one. And then my two mains, still really the Griptilian, the new one for this year, in the CPM 20 CV steel. Just an excellent steel, really comfortable handle, great blade shape for little tasks, great little task knife. Bit of a shorter handle, so you wouldn't want to be doing anything too bold with this, but for what it is, the steel just doesn't go dull. It's excellent. I love the look of it too. Love those blue backspaces, and I love the deep carry pocket clip. Really good. Spyderco Mantra is probably my favourite of the two, though. Probably my favourite knife of the year still so far. M4 steel is really insanely good edge holding steel. I haven't had to touch it up at all, and I've continually carried it. I've probably carried every second day at least. Very high rotation. Great wire pocket clip for really deep carry. The frame lock works really well. I've put some vegetable oil in the pivot, so it's really well lubricated now, and it flips open better than it ever has. Really starting to break in nicely. So the Mantra and the Griptilian are my go-tos at the moment. And no real folding knives on the horizon at the minute. Between these two, and sometimes the 940, my posh folding knife needs seem to be met. So that's that. Anything else? I'm not carrying multi-tools again. I sort of go on and off multi-tools. Sometimes I'm still pants the Leatherman if I feel like it, the Skeletal. But apart from that, multi-tools, I just kind of have them around me enough. So I've got one if I need one. I've got one in my work stuff. I've got one in my car. I've got one in my house, and I've got one in my shed. So I generally have my multi-tool needs met. So there we go. That's an abridged view of my things with some, other exceptions and gadgets and stuff. I get a pretty robust CDC at the moment, get most of my jobs done. Thanks so much for watching, dudes. I'll see you later.